is done.
Were you involved in the formation of the NDC? Because people are asking, it was just newly registered in February, and you're talking about its governance philosophy and all of that, and you seem to align with all of this and philosophy. Are you part of the founding fathers of the NDC?
First of all, the NDC is my baby. It's my baby. I put the NDC together with my friends around the nation. You are not seeing some of them now. In the course of the next week, few weeks from now, by the end of this month, you will see those who are involved in the NDC. A number of my friends, but I've been at the center of it, at the heart of it. And it's not coincidental. I saw the progressive crisis in the PDP that the governors and other leaders created and could not manage or take control. They behaved irresponsibly. In politics, we're about consensus building and solving society's problems by building consensus, by knowing when to give and when to take, and when to walk away from a fight, and actually when to fight. I was involved in a lot of these meetings in the PDP. And by the way, I shared, apart from being an attorney general of my state in the PDP government, appointed by my boss and my leader, President Jonathan, when he was governor, for which I'm grateful. I became a member of the House of Representatives, twice elected. At the time, the only one re-elected in the history of my senator, my rep district. I came to occupy it. I did it twice. Became governor twice on the platform of that party. Until today, I'm the only governor in Bayelsa who has served 8 years completely. Anyone who does so is doing so after me. Okay? And I pray, I broke that jinx to create that stability for it. And that's good. Thereafter, I came to the Senate. This is my second term in the Senate.
Indeed.
So all on the platform of PDP. And why PDP? Because PDP is an inclusive platform. A platform that respects the diversity of our nation. A platform with an umbrella for all, big as well as small, Femi. This country does not exist only for the big and the strong. And I oppose that, and I've opposed it all my adult life. So you see, I'm someone motivated by ideals and values that are bigger than me.
Now that you have left the PDP, it's like an acknowledgement that the party can no longer be salvaged.
No, I still wish the PDP well. It's a very sad thing for me to decide. Even with all this crisis, I kept hoping and praying and walking through quietly, because I do things quietly. Like NDC, I was putting it together. Since 2017, we started the application.
Quietly, while still being a member of the PDP. Is that not anti-party?
Because we saw the direction.
But is that not anti-party?
The dilution of the ideals of the party and the desire by some elements to personalize and control the party. You don't do that. A political party is a congregation of several tendencies. It's normal and legitimate to have tendencies in a party. So when I hear people, governors and other leaders, so this one is this one person, this one is, it's rubbish.
But you didn't answer if that's anti-party,
No, it cannot be
being
anti-party.
in the PDP and working or to build another political party.
I started the formation, starting the application as an association. We just became a political party just about 2 weeks ago. And you talked of traction. Indeed. For a party that collected a certificate of return for less than 2 weeks, and I openly declared for that party just about 5 days, and people are joining it across the country. That is traction.
But looking at
traction that the APC never had, a traction that the ADC never had.
But is there enough time, looking at the INEC timetable already released, is there enough time for the NDC to meet all of these deadlines before election?
Well, look. We are used to deadlines.
Or okay? are you going to be on the ballot in 2027?
We are used. Look, every party exists to be on the ballot, to capture power. A political party is not an NGO, okay? It is to capture and win and manage power for the benefit of the people. So I can tell you, and with me, if you know a little bit of my background that I've told you, and the much you don't know, if you ask, you will know. I'm a serious-minded person, okay? Indeed. I'm not into frivolities. We want to change Nigeria through the normal democratic political process, okay? And I want to thank all Nigerians, leaders of Nigeria, Nigerians of all persuasions, who have expressed an intention to identify with this vision. And of course, I've come to mean something, and I'm happy about that. And I promise them that I will continue to remain who I've been, okay? Loyal to the values that we stand for. We've got time. We talked of timing. I shared the Electoral Committee joint session in Lagos, okay? And I'm a ranking member of the opposition on the electoral panel. We made these timelines in good faith. For example, the requirement of electronic digital registration. Yeah. And it's important because, you see, we must increase our game. We cannot be analog at a time that everything we do is digital. And which is, again, why we don't understand the hullabaloo about electronic transmission. People who receive phone calls, make phone calls, electronic transfers here and there in all our communities are raising issues about electronic transmission. But that's not about it. When we made that law, we requested political parties to have a digital register in addition to the manual ones that we are used to, because we want to modernize the parties, and it was done in good faith. But INEC at that time was not to give only 1 month or so for registration of parties. No, that was not the intention. And it became so, I believe, with the amendments and adjustments of the time frame. That's why I think INEC adjusted it, and it now has created a lot of challenges for all parties, except the ruling party, which, by the way, has been doing electronic registration for a long time. And it's not fair if the APC has been doing digital registration for a long period, months and a year or thereabout, and then you now use this new law that we passed in good faith to help parties upgrade their membership system. You now use it to say, oh, all parties, including a new party like NDC, should do a membership registration within a month or so. That's not fair. But you see, the law does not say how many you should register. So I tell Nigerians, don't worry. INEC has to be reasonable enough to go back and take a second look at it. And I think all political parties agreed on that. Okay, so in the coming days, I think there will be conversations along that line. And we expect Professor Amupito and his team to take a second look at it and tweak it to see how they can adjust. But even if they don't, look, my dear Nigerians, all of you who are desirous of change, don't be deterred. The law does not require that you must register 5,000 members in a ward. So get that. Right. Get that, fulfill it, and we move on.